Hello everyone, we are doing unit 2 kinematics motion in a plane. In the previous videos, we have done laws of vector addition, resolution of vectors and the equations of motion. In this video, we will study about projectile fired along horizontal and projectile fired at an angle with horizontal. What you should know: the first equation of motion, v equal to u plus at. The second equation of motion, s is equal to ut plus half at square. The third equation of motion, v square minus u square is equal to 2as. And the resolution of a vector. So if I have a vector A making an angle theta with horizontal, then its horizontal component is A cos theta and vertical component is A sin theta. Projectile motion. What is a projectile? It is an object thrown with some initial velocity and allowed to move under the action of gravity alone. Example: a bomb released from a plane, a bullet fired from a gun. In this picture, the child is throwing a stone. So, the stone is a projectile. Trajectory: the path followed by the projectile. So this path which the stone is following, this is its trajectory. Now we will study about the horizontal projection of a projectile. So consider an object thrown horizontally with an initial velocity u from a height h. So this ball is thrown with an initial velocity u from a height h. Let the object be at point P having coordinates xy at time t. Now we will first consider the horizontal motion. For this motion, the initial velocity is u. There is no acceleration in horizontal motion and the distance covered is x. So using the second equation of motion, for x-axis we are writing sx is equal to uxt plus half ax t square. When we put all the values, sx is equal to x, ux is u, t is t, plus ax is 0, so this whole term is equal to 0. So we get x is equals to ut, or we can write t is equals to x by u. We name this as equation 1. Now for vertical motion, there is no initial velocity because the object was thrown with a horizontal initial velocity. So the vertical velocity, and that is the initial vertical velocity, is 0. Acceleration is g and the distance is y. Again, using the second equation of motion, we can write y is equals to 0t plus half gt square, or half g, we put the value of t from equation 1, and when we solve it, we can write y is equal to gx square upon 2u square, or we can write y is equals to kx square. This is the equation of parabola. This means that the motion of the projectile is parabolic. As you can see that the motion of the ball is parabolic. The shape is the shape of a parabola. Let us continue further on our discussion of horizontal projection of a projectile. So the first thing that we are doing is called as time of flight. It means for how much time the projectile was in air. We know y is equals to half gt square. Now y is equals to h is equals to half g, and capital T represents the time of flight. So we can write T is equals to under root of 2h upon g. The second thing we need to find is called as horizontal range. It is the maximum horizontal distance covered by the projectile. So this is the horizontal range. Now horizontal range is a distance, so we can write r is equals to u into t. We put the value of t and we get r is equals to u under root of 2h by g. The third thing is velocity at ground. In horizontal motion, the initial velocity is u as shown by the blue arrow. In vertical motion, the horizontal velocity is 0, but the vertical velocity is v as shown by the red arrow. Now, we use the third equation of motion, which is v square minus u square is equal to 2as, and we have used the equation for the vertical motion. On putting all the values, we get v is equals to under root of 2gh. So the velocity at the ground, we call this as v dash represented by the black arrow, is equals to under root of v square plus u square. Let us do a few examples to understand the concept better. A hiker stands on the edge of a cliff 490-meter high above the ground and throws a stone horizontally with an initial speed of 15 meters per second. Neglecting air resistance, find the time taken by the stone to reach the ground and the speed with which it hits the ground. So this is the cliff, this is the person he throws. I need to find the time and the speed. So what is given? H is equal to 490, U is equals to 15. So the time taken to reach ground, T is equals to under root of 2H by G. We put the values and we get T is equals to 10 seconds. Now the vertical velocity V is equals to under root of 2GH. We put the values, we get V is equals to 98 meter per second. The final velocity V dash is equal to under root of V square plus U square. You can see in the figure. So the black one is the final velocity, V dash is equal to under root of V square plus U square. We put the values and we get the answer 99 meter per second. Question number 2. An aeroplane is flying horizontally at a height of 490 meter with a velocity of 360 km per hour. A bag containing ration is to be dropped to the Jawans on the ground. How far from them should the bag be released so that it falls directly over them? Aeroplane, and this is the packet. It should reach the Jawan. That means this should be the range. So H is equal to 490, U is 360 km per hour, that is 100 meter per second. The distance at which the bag should be released is equal to the horizontal range, that is R is equals to U under root of 2H by G. We put the values and we get R is equals to 1000 meters. Question number 3. Two tall buildings facing each other and are at a distance of 180 meter from each other. With what velocity must a ball be thrown horizontally from a window 55 meter above the ground in one building so that it enters a window 10.9 meter above the ground in the second building? So we are given R is 180, H1 is 55, H2 is 10.9. So H1 55, H2 10.9 separated by 180. Now what is the height? When I say height, I means this height. So H is equals to H1 minus H2, that is 55 minus 10.9, that is 44.1. So this is what we were talking about. A ball was thrown, so this was according to the question. Now we know H is equals to half gt square. We put the values, so t square is equals to 88.2 upon 9.8. That gives t is equals to 3 seconds. We need to find out the velocity, so u is equals to r by t. Velocity is equals to distance by time. Distance is 180, time is 3, so we get 60 meter per second. Now we will study about projectile projected at an angle with horizontal. So let a projectile be thrown with an initial velocity u at an angle theta with the horizontal. So the ball is our projectile which is thrown with an initial velocity u making an angle theta with horizontal. Now u can be resolved into two components, u cos theta which is the horizontal component and u sine theta which is the vertical component. Let the object be at a point P having coordinates xy at any time t. For the horizontal motion, the initial velocity is u cos theta, acceleration is 0 and the distance covered is x. So using the second equation of motion, we can write x is equals to u cos theta t, or t is equals to x upon u cos theta. We name this as equation 1. For vertical motion, the initial velocity is u sine theta, acceleration is minus g because the body is thrown upwards, and the distance covered is y. Again, using the second equation of motion, we can write s is equals to u sine theta t plus half minus of g into t square, or we can put the value of t in the equation, and what we get y is equals to tan theta x minus g upon 2u square cos square theta x square. This is the equation of parabola. That means the motion of the projectile is parabolic as shown in the figure. So this motion is parabolic, and parabola is the shape as you can see in the figure. Now we will find the maximum height. So as you can see in the figure that it reached the maximum height, we call this as height h. At the maximum height, the vertical final velocity is 0. Initial we know is u sine theta, a is minus g, and s is h. So we use the third equation of motion. When we put the values, we get h is equals to u square sine square theta by 2g. Let us find the time of flight. So the projectile takes half of its total time to reach maximum height because of the symmetry of the parabolic path. So half of the time was taken to reach at the top and the remaining half to come down. So at maximum height, we know the final vertical velocity is 0. Initial is u sine theta, a is minus g, and it took half of the total time. So when we use the first equation of motion, we get t is equals to 2u sine theta upon g. Let us find the next thing, which is horizontal range. It is the maximum distance between the point of projection and the point of hitting. So in the diagram, r is the horizontal range, which is equal to horizontal velocity into time of flight. We put their values, and what we get? We get r is equals to u square 2 sine theta cos theta upon g, or which can be written as r is equals to u square sine 2 theta upon g, as sine 2 theta is equals to 2 sine theta cos theta. Now the maximum range possible is u square by g if sine 2 theta is equals to 1, because 1 is the maximum value that you can obtain in sine. So this can be written as sine 2 theta is equals to sine 90 degree, because sine 90 degree is equals to 1. From this we get theta is equals to 45 degree. That means if an object is projected at an angle of 45 degree, it covers the maximum range. Let us move further for next thing, which is two angles of projection for the same range of projectile. So we know r is equals to u square sine 2 theta upon g. Let the new angle be 90 minus theta, as this is the angle theta, the total is 90. So this is the angle we are taking, which is 90 minus theta. So this will result in a new range r dash, which is equal to u square sine 2 90 minus theta upon g, which can be written as u square sine 180 minus 2 theta upon g, or r dash is equals to u square sine 2 theta upon g, which is equal to r, because sine 180 minus theta is sine theta. So whether the angle was theta or 90 minus theta, the range remains the same. Now let us do a few examples to understand the concept better. Question number 4, the speed of a projectile, which is u, reduces by 50% on reaching maximum height. What is the range on the horizontal plane? Now, at maximum height, only initial horizontal velocity is present. So at maximum height, according to the question, the velocity reduces by 50%, that is u by 2, and this is equal to u cos theta. On solving, we get theta is equals to 60 degree. We need to find the range, which is r is equals to u square sine 2 theta upon g. We put the value of theta as 60 degree. So this becomes u square sine 120 degree upon g. We put the value of sine 120, which is root 3 by 2, and what we get, r is equals to u square root 3 upon 2g. Question number 5, a projectile can have the same range r for two angles of projection. This we have just derived. If t1 and t2 be the time of flight in the two cases, then find the relation between t1, t2 and r. We know range is same for angles theta and 90 minus theta. Now, what is the time of flight for angle theta? We call this t1 is equals to 2u sine theta upon g. And the time of flight for angle 90 minus theta, t2 is equals to 2u sine 90 minus theta upon g. Now, sine 90 minus theta is cos theta. So, this becomes t2 is equals to 2u cos theta upon g. Now, the product of t1 and t2 is equals to 2u sine theta upon g into 2u cos theta upon g, which is 4u square sine theta cos theta upon g square, which can be written as 2 into u square 2 sine theta cos theta upon g into g, which is 2r by g, because r is equals to u square 2 sine theta cos theta upon g. So we can say the product of t1 and t2 is equals to 2r upon g. Let us move to the next question. A cricketer can throw a ball to a maximum horizontal distance of 100 meter. This is our maximum range. How much high above the ground can the cricketer throw the same ball? Now we know maximum range is equals to u square by g, or we can write u square is equals to r max into g. We put the values and we get u square is equals to 980. Now for maximum height, theta is 90 degree because height is vertical. So we know h square is equal to u square sine square theta upon 2g. We put theta is equal to 90 and we know sine 90 is 1. So it is u square upon 2g. Now u square is 980 upon 2 into 9.8, and this gives us h is equals to 50 meters. Question number 7. The ceiling of a long hall is 25-meter high. What is the maximum horizontal distance that a ball thrown with a speed of 40 meters per second can go without hitting the ceiling of the hall? So 25-meter high ceiling. This is the object thrown. Okay. We know h is equals to u square sine square theta upon 2g. We put the values, and on solving we get sine theta is equals to 7 under root of 10 upon 40, and we can find out cos theta also by using the Pythagoras theorem, which is under root of 1110 upon under root 40. We need to find the maximum horizontal distance, which is the range, having formula 2u square sine theta cos theta upon g. We have the values, and when we put the values, we get r is equals to 150.5 meters. Let us move to the next question. A particle is thrown with velocity u, making an angle theta with the horizontal. It just crosses the top of two poles, each of height h. After 1 second and 3 seconds respectively, find the maximum height of the projectile and take g is equals to 10 meter per second square. Now, the vertical distance covered by a projectile is given by y is equals to u sine theta t minus half gt square. So this was the object thrown with a velocity u making an angle theta. This can be resolved into two components. These are the two poles having height h. So the case 1, time equal to 1 second. So what is the vertical distance covered? In place of t we put 1 and on solving we get y is equal to u sine theta minus 5. This is equation number 1. Case 2, when the time is 3 seconds. In that scenario, what is the vertical distance covered? Y is equals to u sine theta. In place of t we put 3 and when we solve what we get, y is equals to 3 u sine theta minus 45. From equation 1 and 2 we can write this, and on solving we get u sine theta is equals to 20. Now what is the maximum height of projectile? It is h is equal to u square sine square theta upon 2g, that is 20 square upon 2 into 10, and that gives an answer 20 meter. So let us move to question number 9. A football is kicked 20 meter per second at a projection angle of 45 degree. A receiver on the goal line 25 meter away in the direction of the kick runs the same instant to meet the ball. What must be his speed if he is to catch the ball before it hits the ground? So u is 20, theta is 45. Okay, so this is the representation. Now this is the ball. Okay, so the range covered by the ball is u square sine 2 theta upon g. We put all the values and we get range as 40 meter. Okay, the goalkeeper was 25 meter away. So what was the time of flight of the ball? T is equal to 2u sine theta upon g. We put the values and we find t is equals to 2 root 2 seconds. So what is the distance to be covered by the receiver? 40 minus 25, because 40 was the total range and he was already at a 25 meter distance, so he need to cover 15 more meters. Now the speed should be distance upon time, that is 15 upon 2 root 2, and that gives 5.3 meter per second. Let's move to the next question. A hunter aims his gun at a monkey sitting on a tree. At the instant the bullet leaves the barrel, the monkey drops down. Will the bullet hit the monkey? Interesting question. So let us visualize it. Monkey at position A. Okay, he fired, the monkey came down. We need to find whether the bullet hits the monkey or not. So let us suppose that the hunter fired with a velocity u, making an angle theta with horizontal. So the hunter fired with a velocity u, making an angle theta. So this can be resolved into two components, horizontal component u cos theta and vertical component u sin theta. As you can see, the bullet follows a parabolic path. So bullet is the projectile here. Let the bullet is at position xy in time t. That means it covered a horizontal distance of x and vertical distance of y. I have named the points as B and C on the tree. Now, as this motion is parabolic, so we can use the equation of parabola for horizontal and vertical motion. For horizontal motion, we can write x is equal to u cos theta t, or t is equals to x over u cos theta. And for vertical motion, we can write y is equals to u sine theta t minus half gt square. Let us put the value of t. On solving, we get y is equals to tan theta x minus gx square upon 2u square cos square theta. Now, in triangle OBA, yes, this blinking triangle, what about tan theta? It is equal to AB upon OB, or I can write AB upon x, or AB can be written as x tan theta. Now what about AC? AC can be written as AB minus of BC. Let us put the values, and on solving we get AC is equals to gx square upon 2u square cos square theta. Now what is the distance covered by the monkey in the same time? It is equal to AC. I use the equation S is equal to ut plus half at square. As the monkey dropped, so u is 0, and on solving we get gx square upon 2u square cos square theta, which is same as AC. So as the distances are equal, so the bullet hits the monkey. Now what we have learnt: what is a projectile, the horizontal projectile motion, time of flight, range, velocity at the ground, projectile fired at an angle, the equation of parabola, maximum height, time of flight, horizontal range. Now is the time to do a few questions. The first 6 questions, then the remaining 6. So there in total there are 12 questions. Do try all these questions and check the next video for the answer. Also, I want to thank Google and Bing for the images that I have taken. Again, I will remind you, please check the next video for the assignment answers. Thank you.